Now, there's another thing I want to get in here just a little bit. I just need to talk about this. When you, if you're interested in this subject, or maybe you're just becoming interested in this subject, when you go online to places like Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, there's a lot of trolls, a lot of disinformation, misinformation, a lot of lies. There's a lot of people out there trying to debunk everything. You know, you find these morons, these morons, dopes. They're just basically trolls. Beware of the trolls. Most of these people are just attention seekers. They're looking to try to outdo the government. There's a lot of, you know, narcissistic goons out there. Just whatever you do, don't feed the trolls, right? Don't even respond to them. Downvote them, ignore them. Actually, ignore them. Your best bet is to ignore them. There's a lot of people out there that are doing this, for whatever reason, because their life sucks. I don't know. They just make proclamations. And of course, you had that. You have that with everything, right? With everything if somebody has an opinion about something, about anything, could be about politics, about whatever. There's always going to be trolls, and they're always going to be, you want to say something, but I'm going to tell you something. The best policy is to ignore the trolls. Don't feed them, because if you respond to them, like say somebody makes a dumb statement, about Bob Lazar. Okay, I believe Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar, of course, claimed in the late 1980s he was working in an S4, this government facility in the Nevada desert near Area 51, and he said he saw 9 flying saucers, and then he actually was inside one of them. Among other things, he actually filmed some video from nearby. He got in all kinds of trouble because he told people about it. And then he actually went public because he thought he might be killed. I believe Bob Lazar. You could read about Bob Lazar, but every time there's somebody there's an article or something like on Reddit or in YouTube or wherever, you're gonna find these people that say that Bob Lazar is a proven fraud and that kind of thing. It's just all bogus. Don't feed these people. I don't know. Some of these people, I think most of these people, probably 99% of these people, are just people sitting in their mom's basements. They don't. Their lives completely stink. They just argue with people for the sake of argument. They just want to cause problems. I mean, read it. Look up on internet troll, and you'll see. I think the best policy from here on out. If you've been engaging with these people, if there's a way, or whatever site you're on, if there's a way to put an ignore on, just ignore that person. Don't respond to them. Just let them say what they have to say. Whatever it is, you don't even, you read it, you'll see it, you'll know, right? These people that don't have, they just make proclamations. This is, character assassination. They're good at that. Your best bet is just don't engage with these people. Okay, I'd say, like I said, 99% of these are just regular schmoes out there whose lives suck, and I don't know, maybe some of them don't want to believe in this. They're afraid of it. They're scared of their own shadow. Some of these people are just trying to cause trouble. There's a lot of people out there who are grifters, like who go on, who have their own channels on YouTube, and they basically make lies up and try to, and they fool people. There's a lot of people that are able. There's a lot of gullible people out there. Okay, and they fall for the lies and the phony logic that gets presented. I'm not going to say any names. I mean, you could probably guess who I'm talking about. But yeah, don't even engage with these goofs. They're goofs. And I mean, there might be a small percentage. I'd hate to think this. I'd hate to think that there's actual people who are in the government that are actually paid to do this. I just find that hard. I don't want to believe that. That's why I leave that 99%. For most of them are just civilians, but you have to leave 1% for that, because there might be. But I would hate to think that government money is getting spent on people to give us disinformation and misinformation and lies online to just keep. I just can't see that in this day and age. Maybe 20 years ago, maybe, but not now. I just don't see it. So, but there might be. But I'd hate to think that. I'd hate to think that there's people getting paid to act like idiots. you know, to throw out misinformation and disinformation. But yeah, I mean, every time, like for instance, there's an article or something posted in YouTube, like some like a special, some people, you know, there's some sites that I talked about before that show all kinds of UFO footage, and then you'll get like a lot of people just making statements to downplay it, or you know, Reddit, like when there's any kind of discussion and about something, you're always going to get like a few of these trolls coming on there making these proclamations. These people are dopes. They're dum dums. They're losers. Don't engage with them. Ignore them. Press the ignore button. Don't respond to them. I think that's the best policy, because it will drives them crazy. That's what they want. When they need that, the more attention you give them, that's what they want. They want you to get upset. They seek that emotional response from people. That's what energizes them. So your best policy, is to just totally ignore them. Oh my God, it will drive them nuts. They'll go away eventually too, because they're not responding to me. They're not responding to my nonsense. Just ignore them. That's what will make them go away eventually. But there's always going to be one of us out there that can't help themselves, and they're going to get angry, and they're going to respond, and then that's what they're looking for. So, but the less that's done, maybe these people will go away.